So letter B is similar to this problem. If the first n terms of the sequence 9, 12, 15, 18 are added, how many terms give a sum of 126? We are given with the first term 9. S sub n is 126, or this is the sum of the first n terms. We do not know n yet, so we cannot say how many terms are being added that give the sum of 126. From the given terms, we can determine D by subtracting two consecutive terms. 12 minus 9 is 3, so D is equal to 3. And we are asked how many terms are being added to give the sum of 126. So that means we are asked to solve for n. So n is question mark. So to solve this, the last term is not given, so we use the following formula. S sub n equals n over 2 times the quantity 2 times a sub 1, or the first term, plus n minus 1 times b. So you can find this formula in your module. Now, by substituting the given, so S sub n is given. What we are not solving for the sum of the first n terms, kay given na siya, which is equal to 126. So we substitute this S sub n. We substitute the value 126 to S sub n equals n. Again, we do not know n yet. Amo na nga ito isolbon. So n remains as n over 2. So 2 times the first term. The first term is given to be equal to 9 plus n. Again, we do not know n, minus 1 times 3, which is the common difference. Next is we are solving for n. So we are simply solving for the equation. So 126 equals n over 2. So we perform the operations inside the grouping symbols. 2 times 9 is 18 plus, we distribute 3. So 3 times n equals 3n. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Next is, we want to eliminate fraction. So we multiply the whole equation by 2. So 2 times 126 is 252 equals 2 will be eliminated or will be cancelled out. Ang mabilin is n times 18 plus 3n minus 1, 3n minus 3. Then we simplify the terms inside the bracket. So we have here 3n. Wala sang similar terms sa 3n, so 3n na sa Japon. 18 kag negative 3, they are similar, so they can be combined. That is equal to positive 15. Then we distribute n. So n times 3n is 3n squared, plus n times 15 is 15n. Since we are solving for n, and so that we can apply the zero product property, we need to transpose all the terms to one side of the equation. So 252 transpose tama, mo siya negative 252. So this is equal to 0 equals 3n squared plus 15n minus 252. So notice that all terms here are divisible by 3. So we can divide the whole equation by 3. So that the resulting equation at 0 equals n squared plus 5n minus 84. So we divide 3 divided by 3 is 1. 15 divided by 3 is 5. And 252 divided by 3 is 84. So by factoring, so we are looking for factors of negative 84 that are, when added, the sum is positive 5. That's why we choose positive 12 and negative 7. So when we multiply 12 and 7, that results to 84. And when we add positive 12 and negative 7, the sum is positive 5, meaning these factors are correct. So the factors are n plus 12 times n minus 7 equals 0. Applying zero product property, so we equate every factor to 0. So we have n equals negative 12 and n equals 7. Now, since we are solving for the number of terms, wala man sang ginatawag nga negative number of terms, hindi man pwede nga ang gin-add nga mga ka-result sa 126 is negative 12 ka terms, wala man. So we do not have negative numbers when counting. So ang ato na nga i-accept nga value for n is 7. So meaning, there are 7 terms that are added in this sequence. Ang sum is 126. So therefore, the number of terms that will add up to 126 is 7.